Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I'm going to read you a story about pumpkins. I've been thinking about pumpkins a lot because where I live it's fall and everybody's getting their pumpkins out. And I found a book about a really big pumpkin and a really wild dog that we know. Because this book is called Marley and the Runaway Pumpkin. Marley and the Runaway Pumpkin. This is our friend Marley. He's always getting into all kinds of mischief. And it seems like there's some problem with a pumpkin. We need to get into this book and find out what the problem is and what Marley does. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up because here we go.
Marley and the Runaway Pumpkin. Based on the best-selling books by John Grogan. Cover art by Richard Cowdery, text by Susan Hill, and illustrations by Lydia Halverson. Late one day in fall, Daddy, Cassie, and baby Louie went out to the garden to look at their pumpkin. Wow, did they grow that? That's a giant pumpkin. All summer and fall, the family tended the pumpkin. They gave it food and water, sun and shade, and plenty of room to grow. All summer and fall, they kept their big puppy Marley out of the garden. Wow, I bet Marley would love to get in there, but they have to protect that pumpkin from him. Now the pumpkin was round, it was orange, and it was very, very big. "Will it win a prize?" Cassie asked. Daddy nodded proudly. "We might even win a blue ribbon," he said. "But first, we have to get the pumpkin to the fair." Oh, they're going to take it to the fair and enter it into a pumpkin contest. The next day, Daddy snipped the pumpkin from the vine. Mommy helped Daddy roll the pumpkin to the truck. Marley batted at the pumpkin. "That's not a ball, Marley," said Mommy. "That's our blue ribbon pumpkin." They've got to keep Marley away from that pumpkin. Daddy tied Marley up. "Sorry, Marley," he said, "but we can't let you mess up our blue ribbon pumpkin." Then Daddy and Mommy tried to lift the pumpkin onto the truck. "It's too big to lift," said Mommy. "What will we do?" asked Cassie. "What are they going to do if they can't get that big pumpkin up on the truck?" Daddy went inside and came back with the ironing board. "This can be a ramp," he said. Cassie helped Mommy and Daddy roll the pumpkin up the ramp. At last, the pumpkin was ready to go to the fair. Everyone got behind the pumpkin so Mommy could take a picture. "Say blue ribbon," said Mommy. "Blue ribbon," everybody said, and smiled for the picture. Marley wanted to be in the picture. He tugged at his leash. Marley broke free and ran towards the truck. "No, Marley!" cried Mommy. "They're going to try and stop him." Marley made a giant leap and landed right on top of the pumpkin. The pumpkin rolled out from under Marley. Oh, no! The pumpkin rolled out of the truck and down the ramp, and then it kept rolling. Marley ran after the pumpkin. Daddy ran after Marley. Cassie ran after Daddy. And baby Louie sat down and cried. Oh, no! They've got to get back that pumpkin! The pumpkin crashed into trash cans, but it didn't slow down. It bounced on a scooter, but it didn't slow down. Then the pumpkin rolled up behind the mailman. "Look out for the pumpkin!" yelled Cassie. The mailman jumped out of the way. "I almost lost my letters," said the mailman. "That is one big pumpkin." "Look out, Marley!" yelled Daddy, but it was too late. Marley ran into the mailman. Down went the mailman. Over went Marley. Crash went the pumpkin at the bottom of the hill. Oh, no! Look at their prize pumpkin. It's broken to bits. "This is awful," said Cassie. Mommy gave her a hug. "Well, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade," she said. "And when life gives you a smashed pumpkin, make pie." That's a great idea. Back at home, Cassie helped Mommy and Daddy bake pie. Lots and lots of pie. They're using the broken pumpkin to make pumpkin pies. The pie was so good, it won first prize at the fair. It was a blue ribbon pumpkin after all, Cassie said. Their pie won the blue ribbon. It won first place. And best of all, there was plenty of pie to share, even with Marley.
Wow, they did win a blue ribbon, and it wasn't for the giant pumpkin, it was for the pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness, they had a big giant pumpkin, and they were ready to put it in the contest, but Marley jumped on it, and it rolled down the road, and it got all smashed up, and we thought, oh no, now they're not going to be able to do anything. But Mom had a great idea. She turned that pumpkin into pumpkin pie, which is even better than a pumpkin because you get to eat it, and it must have been so delicious because they won the blue ribbon, and even Marley got to eat some. So I guess it was okay that Marley messed up that pumpkin. That Marley is one crazy dog. Whenever he's around, there's all kinds of mischief. I like Marley a lot, and I like that we read that pumpkin book together. But you know what? It's time for all my little pumpkins to roll off into bed. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And tomorrow, don't go crazy around the pumpkins like Marley. But maybe if you see a pumpkin, you can ask your mom and dad if you can make some pumpkin pie. That would be a fun thing to do. You know what else would be a fun thing to do with mom and dad? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.